All right, welcome back, wonderful people, to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, it will be the first. We will collect them. All right, wonderful people, let's go down to the news proper as the hot. You don't shell it for the obodo. Who say men no day, men day. For one part of the Zoological Republic, where the men of the BLA they there. Of course, you know that we are still waiting for the Biafra Liberation government in Oxide to usher in the full government. But as it be, the men of the NIG them boys so don't go enter for the camp of the BLA them boys where they dey for themselves, where the children they do their service, they jolly they do their anointing and services. Now in the men of the NIG them boys go enter, they say they know the fear. But the reverse, now be the case. But sometimes my people, I go to wonder why person go there for in house. A visitor go dey there, go dey threaten am, go dey tell am say him go finish am, him go deal with am. And when the visitor go there now, the owner of the house do am wetin no good. People go start to dey complain say the men on ground, they are violent. The men on ground, they are buying the men of the energy them boys. But now do they go they look for another person trouble. Person dey in house, you go there, go look for him trouble. You go there, go dey fight am. You go there, go dey wan know wetin him go do. Lion dey sleep. Goat go dey touch him tail. Wetin e dey find? Na wahala e dey find. Wahala e go quench you. Oh, wahala e go find. Wahala e go catch you. Oh. Goat dey sleep. Oh, I mean lion dey sleep. Goat go dey touch him tail. Na wahala goat dey find. And this energy them boys wey be say they go to the territory of the BLA them boys where they dey. These boys they say they no do them anything. No, they say they just dey for their camp where they do their training, they do their march pass, they sing their song. Zobu nzobu enyimba enyi nzobu zobu enwoke ma zobu na nwanyi amaka. Na in this all those boys we say their name na the energy them boys army go enter there. Of course, you know as they be na woto. Na in they collect. Many of them collect woto. Some of them even leave their healers. They even leave their boss. They run. I say, why you they run? Waiting they pursue you. No be you say now you be oga, and now you be the general, now you be the highest of the army where you dey for Africa. Now you don't enter there. The boys don't use you. Some people don't know say you got some of these boys, these BLA boys, some of them train for China, some train for Afghanistan, some train for Pakistan, some even train for US Army. Some people don't know. Some come back from Russia. Rugged men where their eye they red. Some people don't know all these things. Yes, the other day, somebody asked me, this information, this news, why is it not coming out on BBC? Why is it not coming out on CNN? The armies of the NIG, them boys will not allow you to see the losses they are incurring. They will never allow it. Some things like this, they don't even... The only one they bring about is whenever you see them enter into the camp of the BLA and somehow succeed, you see them bring it up. But the one where they happen for their own side, they know they show them. So for the person where they ask, why is it not coming out on BBC? You know go fit see them on BBC. All right, as it be, on another information, Nnamdi Kanu to defend self in court when trial resumes. Family. The family of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has hinted that Kanu would be defending himself in court at the resumption of his trial on March 21. This was contained in a press statement released by the family on Tuesday. According to the statement signed by Kano's younger brother, Prince Emmanuel Kano, the IPOB leader the IPOB leader's decision to defend himself was informed by his request to get justice devoid of the usual legal impediments that had stalled his trial. Recall that Kano's trial has been reassigned to Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, following the self-recusal of Justice Binta Nyako, who had hitherto presided over the matter. Justice Nyako's attempt to continue with the matter after she had earlier rescued herself from it via an enrolled court order was stoutly opposed and resisted by Kano himself in his last court appearance. Kano has remained in a solitary confinement at the Abuja headquarters of the Department of State Service DSS since June 2021 when he was abducted an extraordinary rendition from Kenya. And below is a full text of the statement made available to Vanguard in Umuahia on Friday, 21st March 2025, when the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu resumes before Justice James Omotosho at the Federal High Court, Abuja. He would be taking the bold step to defend himself in court. This development signals a critical juncture in this case that has already exposed deep-seated concerns about Nigeria's judiciary handling of matter tied to legitimate agitation for Biafra self-determination. The absence of traditional legal representation will dismantle the usual "as my lord pleases" constraints that govern judicial proceedings in Nigeria that has for decades allowed the court to brazenly subvert the cause of justice under a cloak of defense that shield rather than expose justice. The very foundations of the institutional bias that has long plagued this case will be laid bare for the world to see. This decision by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes on the heels of successful forcing the recusal of Justice Binta Nyako that brazenly defied the Supreme Court of Nigeria through her elective implementation of determination contained in their judgment. She was hell-bent on convicting a person for exercising a right that the laws of Nigeria stated unambiguously that he could. The handling of this case by the federal government has been marred by prejudice and unfairness from day one. Onyendu's shift to self-defense underscores our distrust in a system perceived to be stacked against us and the cause he champions. It also places an immense burden on Justice Omotosho to uphold the principle of fair hearing, fair trial, and the rule of law, principles that have too often been undermined in this political charged sham trial. The world is watching. Any failure by Justice Omotosho to ensure justice is not only done but seen to be done will further erode confidence in a judicial already criticized for its selective application of the law. The stake could not be higher, and the implications of this trial extend far beyond the courtroom. All right, welcome back. In conclusion, everything you've been hearing is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wants to defend himself. He wants to personally defend himself in this particular case, as the case may be. And I'm wondering, how is that supposed to be possible? Is he a lawyer? Is it possible that Kanu will be able to defend himself? Is it possible that he will be able to defend himself? That's the question I'm asking myself, to know if Kanu is capable of doing this, because I know it is not going to be easy for him, even though that according to them that the light is shining on the Nigerian judiciary in order to expose. But of course, you know that this nation is a nation with sovereignty, and it will be hard for international community to intervene in whatever that is happening in this nation, except it got to a particular length. But as it is, it will be hard for international community to intervene in whatever that is happening in this country. I think that's the first thing that Amas Nnamdi Kanu should know, that it will be very hard for international community to intervene in whatever that is happening in this country. And I believe that as it is, that the nation is going to do justice to whatever it is, because I believe that a just nation is a nation that thrives, is a nation that moves forward. And one of the things, the reason why there has been a big backwardness in Nigeria, especially, is because of the lack of rule of law. People do a lot of things, politicians stack money and get away with it. A lot of things that have been happening. The only people that are not getting away with it is the ones that the ruling party hate. Once they hate you, just like the hate case of MFL, you find out that the ruling party is not with MFL because of some of the biases. Of course, you know that they say that the changing of naira, changing of the currency color and the design, as far back as 2023 election was, in order to, breach Tinubu from rigging and the rest of them. And MFL is, paying for it. The president himself, who was there giving some orders as regards to the federal bank, is somewhere in Daura, resting. The former president. Meanwhile, MFL, who was against the incoming government, is now facing the dance of Slugede, which you know that Slugede is a Bundi more. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for listening. God bless you.